turn one of your blobs or mistakes into a more finished cartoon character. So what you need in front of you is the drawings you've made of all of the random cartoon parts you practiced. So you should have about 2 pages of those filled. You could also use the slideshow that I have on Canvas with all of the cartoon parts. So I find it helpful to turn my page left and right until I kind of see something, and I already see a nose here. So I'm going to start just really lightly sketching out my nose on this weird guy it's going to be here, and I'm using one of the drawings that I created yesterday as kind of an example. And I like to sketch it out in pencil first before I kind of commit with pen on these final drafts at least. And just let the blob kind of tell you what to make. I didn't know the nose was going to be this exact shape. I just used the blob as my guide. Okay, I'm going to throw a little bit of cross-hatching shading in here to make it look like the bottom of his nostril. Okay, well now I'm going to look through the slideshow. I'm going to see what kind of eyes I can fit in here. And I want some really big, goofy eyes. So I'm going to look back up at my slideshow of all the facial features that I posted for you guys. And, okay, I found some I'm going to add in here. And again, sketch them out lightly in pencil first before you commit to pen. So notice that my drawing is kind of going off of my blob now. That's of course fine. There's no rule that it has to fit your blob perfectly. The blob is just kind of a guide to get you started. And I think it's going to look really cool with this color in this guy's eyes. Just because it's something I wouldn't normally throw in a drawing, just some random orange on his face. Okay, so I'm kind of modifying my drawing, lightly sketching it out before I commit to pen. So these drawings are only going to take you, maybe 10 minutes each. I'm going to go through mine pretty fast. And really, I want you to spend a lot of time on kind of the finishing qualities of these. Are you going to shade yours? Are you going to add a background to yours? Are you going to cut them all out and create a little comic strip? It's totally up to you what finishing qualities you choose. Notice I did one little thing here to give my drawing a little bit of perspective and look like it's a little more three-dimensional. It's really simple. I just made one eye big on the left and the other eye smaller. Make it look like he's kind of angled away from us. Okay, now I'm going to look back up at my screen and try to find a mouth that I like that's going to fit in here nicely. And I found one that fits really nice kind of down here using this edge of the blob as kind of my main part here. So I'm going to throw this mouth in, lightly sketch it out. And this one has like a tongue poking out, so I'm going to sketch that tongue on. That's a weird pointy tongue. Maybe I'll just make it a pointy tongue on purpose because why not? And then using ink to kind of come in and finish these. So like I said, you guys, I am no cartoon artist. I do not draw a lot of cartoons. It's not really my thing. But I've found that these images are really helpful because it just gives you an idea. The images I put in Canvas really helps me kind of get started here to get something cool going. So this looks a little weird with this being yellow and gray, but we'll see. Okay, that's a funky little guy. Maybe he needs a chin down here. Maybe he needs like one of these chins. And I'm gonna kind of just finish off my character. You choose what your character has. You choose what parts you use. You choose if they even have ears or not. It's up to you. Maybe this guy has literally an arm growing out of his head. It doesn't matter. I just want you to kind of create something weird and creative and unique here. So my guy's going to have a little funky little arm growing out of the side of his head. And pretty quickly here, I've created my own funky dude. I would have never have thought of him without the blob as a process. So you're going to create 4 of those total. And after you've done them, you're going to figure out what your finishing qualities are. So maybe you go in and you shade these and make it look a little more finished. Maybe you add talk bubbles and make a conversation happen. You choose.